Good evening to the population of Bonaberi in the littoral region of the country. You are all welcome to the 6 p.m. Prime News of Akamdi's television. We begin right away with the headlines. After several controversial bills surrounding the envisioned Fcfa General Assembly, the different delegates have finally met today at the Mount Phoebe Hotel and the session in all calm and serenity. 3 bandits were caught in Douala after manipulating a young lady over the social media. They were arrested and presented by the delegates of national security for the littoral region. A 2-day seminar to launch activities for the preparation of the 2022 state budget kicked off this July 13th at the Yaoundé Conference Center, officiated by the Minister of Finance, Louis-Paul Moutaze, with objective to rebuild the Northwest, Southwest, Far North regions of the country. Details in the news to come. Good evening once more. If you are just joining, this is the 6 p.m. Prime News of Akamdi's television. A 2-day seminar has been launched to the 2022 state budget that kicked off this July at the Yaoundé Conference Center. The opening ceremony was officiated by the Minister of Finance, Louis-Paul Moutaze. Objective to discuss on how to rebuild the Northwest, Southwest and the Far North region, and to also contribute money to see how to fight the COVID-19 pandemic that has been claiming more lives in the country, and to prepare more for the AFCON to take place in the country this 2021. We have details in the following report.
Experts from the various ministerial departments involved in the preparation of the 2022 state budget with the appropriation of the new reforms and public policy issues was launched this morning with a call on the main actors to carefully elaborate spending priorities.
You know that the budget preparation is very difficult exercises. We have to call upon all the stakeholders so that we can assess what we have been doing last year. For any improvement we have to put in place so that we have a 2022 budget according to the aim and the target of the government in one hand and the population desire on the second hand.
During the 2-day seminar, participants will be edified on 4 major presentations, that is, the impact of COVID-19 on Cameroon's economy and the orientation of public policy, the 2022 financial budget orientation, and the elements for budget optimization with relations to public spendings.
The priority of the government during the 2022 years will be, first of all, we have to fight the coronavirus pandemic, economic and social effects. So it is we learned that the coronavirus is not finished. We have to continue to fight to protect the population. That's the first priority, the priority of the priorities. The second priority is the reconstruction of the Northwest and Southwest and the Far North regions affected by the crisis, the social crisis.
Before the session is closed, some recommendations will unanimously be adopted, as Isaac Tamba, Director General of the Economy and Public Investment Programs, told the audience. Some of them will be the reconstruction of the North, Northwest and Southwest regions, the completion of the AFCON 2020, the promotion of made-in Cameroon products, consume locally made products, and import less.
Today is the second out of 3 days of the ongoing Cooperation and Partnership Day that is been taking place at the Yaoundé Conference Center. The occasion started yesterday, July 12, chaired by the Minister of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises, Achille Basilike III. Objective is to discuss with partners, financial and technical partners, on how to boost the economy of Cameroon. A very much appreciated occasion by participants who have come to offer more. Akamdi's television took interest in these. They were present. Let's listen to more in the following report. Today, July 13, marks the second day of the Cooperation and Partnership Days that started Monday, July 12 at the Yaoundé Conference Center with technical and financial partners to discuss on how to upgrade small and medium-sized enterprises, social economy and handicraft sector who are in need of a sectorial mobilization strategy. Many organizations taking part in the Cooperation and Partnership Days have much to offer.
The projects we carry out in councils, they are not carried out by mayors, or they are carried out by companies. They are carried out by companies, and these companies are these little local, and yes, they are these little companies that are found, like you can call them small and medium-sized companies. They are the ones that carry out projects, like our water project, school projects. They are the ones that the contractors, they come in as the contractors and they realize the project.
People always forget insurance when they start a business. It's not difficult to be a member of insurance. You just have to take all your risks, all your needs. You come to the insurance company, you say it, and the insurer will tell you how it the cost, and it will help you to know which product you can choose.
A golden opportunity that is highly applauded and appreciated by the different partners.
We are very much satisfied because we are one of the main actors. Like you say, we are represented, FECOM is represented in all the 362 councils, 360 councils, and then the city councils, so in all it's 74 councils. We are represented there, and we are carrying out projects every other day. We have projects in very diverse fields. We have water project, electricity project, council. You see, as we are building up our municipal councils, we have a school project in education. So in doing the markets, as you can see, maybe the camera can zoom a bit, you can see what we are doing already. So we have a place in this fair.
Under the auspices of His Excellency President Paul Biya and launched by the Minister of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises, Achille Baselike III, this workshop will end July 14 with hopes that the discussions between the government and partners will be fruitful, especially on mechanisms to assess the said support.
Thanks for joining us. If you are just joining, this is the 6 p.m. Prime News live from Yaoundé, the capital city of Cameroon. We take you over to the southwest region, precisely in Boya, with this cover shot where the president of Sintracam Boya, Echu Denis Misombe, has cautioned drivers on the need to dress well while carrying out their duties. The president of Sintracam frowned at some drivers who wear slippers, earrings and innerwears in taxis in the Boya municipality. While addressing the press, he emphasized that despite sensitization to stop this irresponsible practice, the defaulters are yet to comply, and as a result, the victims will face the law. The president of Sintracam, Echu Denis Misumbe, was acting during a cross-checking control in Boya, precisely at Bodumba. We continue still with another cover shot where Manda received a vibrant tribute from Minister Joseph Lee, chairman of the board of directors of Sopecam. The tribute was given to him at the Yaoundé Hilton Hotel. We take you over to Garoua, where heavy rains fall in that municipality, leaving so many homeless. We have details with this report from Geraldine Anasi.
The city of Garoua has been falling prey to torrential rain for several weeks. Heavy rainfall in the capital city of the North region has caused human tragedies and significant material damage in the Garoua 2 municipality, as several houses have collapsed and classrooms destroyed in some schools. The flooding caused by the torrential rain was also fatal to a 4-year-old Halimatu Sade who drowned. Compassionate with the pain of the victims' parents as well as that of all the affected affected population, the president of the CPDM section of the Benue Center, Dr. Amadou Sadauna, paid a field visit to Lopere neighborhood that was severely damaged. The CPDM president of the Benue Center, alongside the subdivisional officer, the second deputy mayor of the Garwa City Council, as well as the mayor of the Garwa 2 municipality, visited this area to measure the extent of the damage committed by the rain and equally talked to the family members of little Halimatu Sade. The visit further proceeded to the acceptance of the construction of a borehole thanks to the generosity of the CPDM elites of the Garwa 2 municipality. Nevertheless, the CPDM president seized the opportunity to call on the population to be extra vigilant, to show civility by avoiding in particular anarchic constructions on the water rights of way as well as wild deposits of garbage which obstruct gutters.
We now talk sports, where the heavyweight Cameroonian-born champion Francis Ngannou has been recognized at the 2021 Sports Humanitarian Awards in New York. He was applauded and appreciated for his talents and efforts to create positive impacts in the society. Ruth Fonyong tells us more.
Reigning UFC heavyweight champion, Cameroonian-born Francis Ngannou has been recognized at the 2021 Sports Humanitarian Teams, leagues, and members of the sports industry for using sports to make a positive impact on society. The mixed martial artist was named among Marvel's Earth's mightiest athletes for his extraordinary abilities in the cage, alongside United States women's national team soccer star and two-time World Cup champion Julie Ertz and the Utah Jazz Don Van Michel. The award ceremony, seventh of its kind, took place on Monday, July 12 in New York City, America. Known for being the hardest recorded puncher in history, the 34-year-old was honored because of the positive impact he has made out of his career. Out of nothing, he became an outstanding international sports figure and thus the pride of a nation, a hope for many children. An independent selection committee selects the Sports Humanitarian Award winners, athletes, teams, leagues, and corporations who are taking on some of today's most pressing needs. An ESPN committee selects the ENSP award winners, those in the sports sector taking risks and using innovations to help the disadvantaged. ESPN grants $1 million to the charities of the nominees and winners. $12.4 million has been donated to the community on behalf of the Sports Humanitarian Awards since its inception 7 years ago.
We take you out of the country, where about 30 people have lost their lives in a pro-Zuma protest that is ongoing in South Africa. The protesters are protesting against the jailing of the former president Jacob Zuma. The protesters came in conflict with the police. More of this and more other stories with our international run-up with Geraldine Nasi.
Rioting triggered by the imprisonment of former South African President Jacob Zuma escalated this Tuesday. Shopping malls in Johannesburg were looted, major roads were blocked by burning tires, and the police and military struggled to contain the violence. This unrest started last week in KwaZulu-Natal province. Protesters clashed with police in several areas of South Africa this July 13 as frustrations over poverty and inequality boiled over into the country's worst unrest in years. According to the state and provincial authorities, about 30 people have been killed during this protest, 4 in Gauteng, 26 in KwaZulu-Natal province, and about 757 people had been arrested so far. The South African president, Cyril Ramaphosa, has therefore deployed the country's military to restore order and appealed to the South Africans to work together for peace. In France, President Macron announced that from next month, anyone wanting to go out to eat or drink, taking a long-distance train will have to show either proof of the COVID-19 vaccination or a negative test.
The so-called health pass will also be needed to attend a festival, a theatre show, and a cinema screening as part of the government's strategy to tackle the surging number of new cases linked to the Delta variant. The president added that COVID-19 tests, which are currently free, will have to be paid for from September. Encourage vaccination instead of taking many tests. This announcement represents a change in direction of the government after several months of progressively lifting restrictions, and they underline the concern about potential impact of a fourth wave to infections. Several political opposition and civil society groups operating under the umbrella of Wakit Tama movement plan to stage a march in central Jamaica on July 16 for the first time since the death of President Idris Deby. The purpose of the demonstration is to condemn Chad's Transitional Military Council and demand the return of constitutional government. Authorities will almost certainly maintain an elevated security posture near the demonstration, increase security measures such as roadblocks and additional checkpoints. Clashes between protests and security forces are possible due to heightened political tensions.
It is with that international roundup presented to us by Geraldine Nancy that we draw the curtains of our 6 p.m. prime news of Akamdi's television. Here are the headlines. After several controversial bills surrounding the envisioned Fcfa General Assembly, the different delegates have finally met today at the Montfebe Hotel, and the session in all calm and serenity. 3 bandits were caught in Douala after manipulating a young lady over the social media. They were arrested and presented at the Delegate of National Security of the Littoral Region. A 2-day seminar to launch activities for the preparation of the 2022 state budget kicked off this July 13th at the Yaoundé Conference Center, officiated by the Minister of Finance, Louis-Paul Moutaze, with objective to rebuild the Northwest, Southwest and Far North regions and to finance the fight for COVID-19 and the AFCON 2021. Thanks for being there. Do not go away. At 8 p.m. Desiree Bounet will be bringing you news in the French language. Thanks and stay tuned. Bye.